Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the movie, The Corpse of Anna Fritz. A lot of interesting things are waiting for you. Enjoy your viewing. In the first scenes, an orderly carries the body of Anna Fritz to the funeral home after she dies in the bathroom during a private party. The orderly accompanying her aligns her body with the others, revealing her face, and takes a picture of her with his phone. Later, Javi arrives at the same hospital and asks to see the orderly. The orderly Ivan approaches Paul in the hospital lobby and asks if he has more photos to show them. He laughs and tells him what they are going to do. Ivan invites Powell to join them, but Powell says he has to work until midnight and then orders him to find a place where they can take a break. Powell leads them to the garbage cans in the backyard and warns them not to touch the yellow one because it contains human waste. Javi is angry that he took them there because it stinks, and then he takes out a bottle and cups. The friends raise their glasses in memory of Anna Fritz, who recently died, and Powell tells them to hurry. Ivan asks about her body and whether Powell has examined it. But when he answers that he has, Javi frowns and informs him that her body will be kept in the hospital funeral home until the next day. And Javi believes they are joking, and that they will not actually go down to the morgue, but Ivan insists that they go down, and they take the elevator to the basement. As they pass through the maze of corridors, Hao tells them to pretend to be lost in case someone runs into them. He opens a door and leads them inside a funeral home. When they enter, Javi wants to leave because he is afraid they will be found out and they will not be able to get out of this situation. The others persuade him to stay and work. He shows them the body of an actress. Javi says that he is scared to stand next to it because he has never seen a dead body. Before they all jump back, Pout rips the sheet off the body, revealing the body of the elderly woman he is mocking, and Ivan asks to see Anna Fritz. He reveals Anna's face, but Ivan pulls back the cover, and Powell says that she doesn't look dead. Ivan grabs her chest and tells Javi to do the same. He reluctantly puts his hand on her chest, claiming that it is cold. Powell covers the body, and they both join Ivan to perform another line about cocaine. Ivan claims that everyone wants to sleep with an actress who exposes her entire body. They begin a disturbing conversation about what it would be like to sleep with the dead body of a teenage girl. Ivan asks if he has slept with Anna Fritz, and Javi jokes that he will probably do so when they leave. Then Ivan says that he wants to sleep with her, much to Javi's dismay. He says that they should wait in the other room until the necrophiliac is done, and then pushes him in. Javi can't believe his friend would do something like that, but he sees that Ivan is getting ready to have fun with the dead body. Javi is shocked by what is happening and declares that they are both sick. When Ivan returns, he goes outside to do the same. Javi is the only one who seems to see the problem with what they are doing. But Ivan always has some kind of sick imagination. He climbs on top of it and does his thing. But the actress opens her eyes, and things get even worse. Anna is actually alive, and when Power realizes this, he goes crazy. The other two hurry to the funeral home, and the woman lying motionless on the funeral slab looks at them. Javi is the first to approach her and tell her to relax, and instructs the others to bring her water. When they don't move, he grabs the water and gives it to her while the others are scared. Javi asks his friend what to do next, whether to call a doctor or take her to the hospital. He turns to the woman and asks if she is cold and goes to get something to put on. Ivan asks if she has seen him, and if she knows what happened to her, but he knows she does. Javi returns and puts a medical gown on Anna when Ivan stops him, and says they need to think about everything. They hide when they hear someone approaching the funeral home. Javi begs them to stay and explain everything, but they continue to pull the cover over her face and crouch down. An orderly brings another body into the funeral home, and Anna tries to call out to him, but can barely speak. She manages to remove the cover, but he doesn't notice her. When he comes out, Javi rushes to her and tries to calm her down, but Ivan orders him to go into another room and talk about it. He and Ivan are afraid of what will happen if someone finds out what they did, saying that since she is famous, it will be all over the news. Javi tries to convince them that she doesn't know what they did to her, and that she didn't see them. But Pao is concerned that she did see them. Ivan confirms this and says that she will tell everything. But Javi doesn't care. He wants to climb the mountain because he misses her. He tells them that everyone thinks she's dead and offers to kill her, but Javi doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't care that Po and Ivan are both involved in what happened. Javi comes out of the funeral home one day and starts to take the body out. Ivan stops him and begs him not to do it because he doesn't want to. His only sane friend asks if they understand what they are asking him to do. They are asking him to kill her. This scares Anna. Javi asks Ivan to open the door as she begs him to let her out. They realize that the door is locked, and that Pao left the keys outside. Ivan and Javi fight until Ivan almost kills him. Pao checks on him and reports that he is breathing, but losing a lot of blood. Ivan apologizes to him. Instead of calling someone, Ivan suggests that they leave him somewhere in the hospital where he can be easily found. They drag him to another room while Javi is barely breathing. Ivan asks Pao to bring the girl into the room so they can call someone from the funeral home to have them unlocked. Ivan asks Javi to lie to the police when they interrogate him, and not to say anything about the girl, and leaves to clean up with Javi. He opens his eyes and apologizes to Anna. He says that he will get help, but she asks him not to move, or he will die. When the other two come in, she tells them that he is in bad shape and bleeding, but Javi tells her to shut up. Rush goes into the funeral home to meet with the other orderlies while Ivan silences Anna and tells a co-worker that the night shift orderly locked him in there. Pavel manages to get his colleague out, leaving Anna and Javi alone with Ivan. Ivan goes to check on Javi, but he is already dead. Ivan tries to revive him, and Anna sobs because he is dead. The power goes out, and Ivan tells him that Javi is dead. Ivan tells the orderly that even if they had brought him upstairs, he would not have survived because he was in such a bad condition. Powell says that they will spend the rest of their lives in prison. Anna asks if they haven't done enough evil already and promises not to tell anyone. Ivan grabs Poe and tells him to ignore her, because what they do next will determine their lives. They argue, and Ivan tries to convince him that they are both equally responsible, and that if anything gets out, everyone will know what he did. Meanwhile, Anna comes down from the stove and searches Javi's pockets for the phone. Ivan asks Pao how they are going to get Javi's body out of the hospital in the trash can and says they will use the emergency exit. When they enter, they see Anna talking on the phone, and she tells them that she called her father and said only that she was awake. Ivan checks the phone and realizes that she dialed the right number. She tells him that her father is looking for help and that they will come get her. They think it's over because she was calling from Javi's phone, so they take her upstairs. And when Anna starts screaming, Powell helps calm her down. An unknown number calls Javi's phone and Ivan answers. He realizes that the call was never fully answered and that she lied to them, so they brought her back to the funeral home. Ivan beats Anna and argues with her after she tells him that he is disgusting. Ivan orders Pow to tie her up while he goes to get a trash can. Powell takes the gauze and starts to cut it when Anna warns him that if he does what Ivan says, he will go to jail. She says he is not a murderer. He claims that she is alive because of him. Anna begs him not to tie her up, but Powell ties her up anyway. Anna says that Ivan killed Javi in front of her when he left the room, and that he wasn't going to take him to the hospital. Howe suspects that she is lying to him again and tapes her mouth shut. Meanwhile, Ivan goes to get the garbage but gets stuck behind it because several nurses are smoking there. While her friend cleans up in another room, Anna pulls out the tape and tries to remove the shackles from her hands. Anna falls to the floor and crawls out of the funeral home, hiding just in time for Ivan to return. When he returns, he informs Powell that she has escaped, and they split up to find Anna. She manages to slip out of custody for a while by crawling through holes, and eventually manages to get to her feet. But she falls again and crawls to the elevator. Ivan grabs her and drags her back to the funeral home. When they get back inside, Ivan is ready to kill her, and tells Pooh that they will strangle her with sheets. Ivan does not want to do this, but in the end Ivan decides that they both have to kill her and strangle her. They then dispose of Javi's body, while Powell cleans up the funeral home and washes Anna's body of all traces of what happened. Meanwhile, Ivan leaves the hospital and abandons Javi on the side of the road. Howe replaces the sheet on her body and puts her back in the row with the others. He gathers his things and waits for Ivan. Howe hears Anna coughing. He walks over to the body and tells her to play dead when he finds her. She blinks her eyes and looks at him. Powell covers Anna and tells Ivan to leave because it's over. Ivan approaches her and asks if he has finished his work, and then they leave. But before they reach the elevator, Ivan realizes that he has forgotten his card. Pa persuades him not to return to the funeral home, but to no avail. When they return, they see Anna standing up. Ivan attacks Poe and tries to kill him, but Anna appears and stabs him several times. He tells Anna that they were going to leave and that she shouldn't have done what she did. But Anna looks at him and stabs him as well. Thank you for watching to the end. If you are able to support the channel, please join our Patreon. The link to it will be in the comment below the video. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. Klonsak Recapped was with you. See you soon.